Hello, guys. Um, you know, eating a lot of animal products is not healthy because it will congest your organs and it will make it harder for your body to detoxify on a cellular level. And when you're faced with skin challenges and things like that, you have to support your liver and your kidneys and your intestines. And unfortunately, when you eat animal products, it just burdens those. So if you're trying to, clear up your skin by eating a lot of animal products, it probably is not going to work. You want to be focusing on a lot of vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. These have fiber and it will sweep your intestines and your colon clean. But it also contains water, so it's going to hydrate your cells. It's going to make your body more alkaline, so your body won't be in this acidic environment where bacteria and parasites and things will thrive. So you want to have a good environment internally. And you can get a good environment internally by consuming those foods that we are supposed to be eating, like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and maybe some small wild fish like sardines. The other thing that's important to realize is that specific plant foods are very high in the omega-3 fatty acids. These fats help to fight inflammation, especially olive oil is very anti-inflammatory. We need to fight inflammation because skin problems, hair problems, or any kind of diseases really, is an inflammation problem. Okay, there's inflammation going on internally. And to combat that, we have to consume more of these plant foods. That's why a plant-based diet is extremely, extremely important if you want to be healthy. But if you're consuming a lot of animal products and stuff, you're just not going to get the right nutrition. For one thing, guys, a lot of this is just common sense, right? People think the paleo diet is so awesome. People think this Western-based diet is so awesome. And they stress so much the fat-soluble vitamins and things. But guys, did it ever occur to anybody that you can get the same fat-soluble vitamins from taking a tablespoon of cod liver oil? Yeah, you can. And you don't have to eat all of this meat and excess protein that just congests your organs. And yeah. So you can get those same fat-soluble vitamins from doing it smart. Taking a good cod liver oil or fish oil, like from Nordic Naturals or Carlson's Labs, or even Dr. Ron's fermented blue skate oil or cod liver oil. And you can get your fat-soluble vitamins that way. Also, your body needs good healthy fat, like in olive oil, avocado, coconut oil, and yes, small wild fish like sardines and salmon. See, the thing is, guys, is that when you take that animal product and you cook it, you're you're changing the molecular structure of it, you're denaturing the proteins, you're destroying so many of the nutrients and things in that meat. And the other thing is raw meat, raw animal products, it is pretty disgusting, guys. And there's a lot of worms and parasites and other garbage in it. That's going to make you sicker, right? It's going to make you a lot sicker. And you don't want that stuff in your system. So instead of humans consuming the meat raw, what do? They cook it because they disguise the flavor, and then they add spices and all this stuff to it so that it makes it taste good. But really, you're not getting any kind of nutrition from it. It's not cleaning your intestines. It's not supporting your liver. So you're not really gaining health. You're actually degenerating, right? You're starving your cells, put it that way. See, your body wants lettuce and apples and oranges and grapefruits and lemons and nuts and seeds and beans and whole grains and dark purple berries and garlic and all these natural medicines found in real whole food. It doesn't want to be consuming excess protein, excess fat, and by the way, animal products and the fat is contain toxins, hormones, pesticides, and all the things that the animals, consumed and went into its fat. If you eat that, it also will store in your fat, and that's not going to make you healthy. Believe me, it won't. So, and most of the long-lived people consume a plant-based diet. So, what's the deal with going paleo and all these other things? It's not going to give you health. You might think that, it might make you bigger. It might put more fat on you. You might get bigger, but just being big does not mean you're healthy. The thing is in society today, there's so many fat people that if you're really thin, then people will look at you weird, or they'll call you skinny, or you'll just be laughed at. You won't fit in because you're thin. And so the norm is being this big bulky guy. If you're not big and bulky, then you're not tough, or whatever. And that's just what people think today. But use your common sense and eat food that's going to support your organs, support your cells, that's going to put you in a good environment internally, and it's going to clean those intestines out. Like John Wayne, he was a really, really big meat eater, and guess what? He had like 30-40 pounds of undigested fecal matter stuck in his colon. So there you go. He consumed a lot of meat. He was probably really paleo. But look at all that undigested fecal matter stuck in his colon. And it's just because he was eating more of his diet of animal products than he was of plant foods. And you know what? The sad thing is, there's so much scare about eating carbs. People think carbs are poison and that they're evil. That's ridiculous. That is the stupidest thing ever. And it's causing a lot of people harm, because even now, even people like Mercola saying, don't eat whole grains because whole grains are so bad for you. That's a bunch of rubbish. And then you got this thing about gluten and all this stuff, and people think that gluten, and they never even got tested for it, and they just start going on a gluten-free diet, and they're just throwing away wheat germ and oatmeal and all these healthy grains when they never even had a problem with it to begin with. Like, if you were a kid and you ate those foods and you never had a problem with it, then what the heck are you doing by throwing them out the garbage? Throwing them out the window in the toilet and flushing it? What are you doing by doing stuff like that? You're throwing away a whole food group that's really healthy for you. There's nothing wrong with brown rice. There's nothing wrong with a bowl of oatmeal. If anything, people should eat more of those foods. And entire civilizations have lived on grains, like corn. The Native Americans ate corn. The Asians eat rice. It's just ridiculous. Don't be afraid of grains, guys. Seriously. Because you can get a lot of your protein, a lot of your carbs, your fiber, insoluble and soluble. These things bind onto toxins and remove them from your body. It's like a powerful medicine. But people are so afraid of consuming them, and they think that carbs are going to make them fat. No, it won't make you fat, because look, I'm not fat. I'm pretty skinny. Actually, I'm really skinny. And, I consume oatmeal and rice and fruit and all these foods that people say are so bad for you. And, oh yeah, and I also consume coconut oil, and I'm not fat. I'm not fat. So, support your organs, support your health, and cut out the nonsense with all of this animal product, paleo crap stuff. Come on.